When two drivers that know the rules of the game start fighting on track, you end up with magical little moments that leave a smile on your face even if you lose. Here's a fine example of a move that punishes those that defend hard, which I refer to as the squeeze. This clip is from the closing laps of an hour-long league race at Daytona. That's me in the Aston. The Mercedes behind is James Holman of RD Simsport. He's in the slipstream as we race towards the bus stop chicane, and the fight is on. We'll watch the clip first and then break it down. So back to the beginning. The stage is set. I know he's going to get a run on me and draw alongside before the next corner. I have a choice to make. Do I follow the normal racing line or do I position my car to defend? I know that having the inside line for the bus stop chicane gives me a better chance of winning that sequence, so I go hard defense and stay glued to the inside line to make it physically impossible for him to go anywhere but the outside. That's where I want him to go. By doing this, I'm making it crystal clear to my attacker that I am going to defend this spot. Nothing matters to me other than keeping my place. What usually happens is that the attacking car will realise they've got nowhere to go on the inside, and so they'll just take the normal line, move up to the wall and hope that the added speed is enough to win the fight. I'm expecting James to do exactly that, and when he does, I'll move over with him back towards the ideal line, so that it's a straight shot under braking with me on the inside. That should go well for me. Only he doesn't do this. Instead, he stays close to my door and keeps me squeezed all the way over to the left. I'm now trapped onto that line until he moves over and I have free space I can move into. What this does is throw a spanner into my defence. We're travelling at 250 km an hour, the braking zone is approaching fast, and we're both all the way over onto the wrong side of the track. I know he'll surely be moving over to the racing line eventually, but I don't know when. The longer he keeps me here, the less distance I'll have to sort myself out before the braking zone, the worse my setup for the corner is going to be, the further offline I'll be, and the worse my chances will generally be. By the time we'd gotten here, I expected to be over here, with James over by the wall and me with the inside line for braking. As we approach the marker boards, he does slide over to the right in order to take his position up for the braking zone, but I don't spot it quickly enough. He's right in my blind spot as well. I'm left out in the cold all the way over on the wrong side of the track, as far away from the ideal line as I could really be. There's no way I can swoop over, settle the car and beat him under braking with what little road there is now left to run. I could try, but my sense of risk versus reward tells me that it's just as likely to end in a crash, losing me a lot more than just one place, plus post-race penalties. It's just too risky. Attacking is not always about dive bombing or braking late. Sometimes it's about piling all the risk onto the defending car until it reaches a level that they can't accept, forcing them to give up, and in this case, that's how I lost the place. I started this defence feeling like I was the one in control, but in the end, I was the one that had to accept defeat, slotting in behind him to fight another lap. Now I stream these league races so you can see how it played out in real time from my perspective. I've got a single screen set up right now and I suffered for it here. This is all I can see.
Just got bullied. Absolutely got bullied then. What a good move.
The squeeze is a great example of high quality sim racing because you can only have battles like this if everyone is experienced, aware and has a sense of fair play. I could have prevented myself from being squeezed if I took the middle of a track instead of taking the far left, but I took a hard defensive approach whereby I didn't even want to risk him taking the inside. I could have tried to force James to move over by gently moving over myself as soon as I realised what was happening, but things happened fast and I didn't have a plan. And if I moved too quickly, I could have snagged my rear wheel on the nose of his car, spinning me round. At the end of the day, having a plan for being squeezed like this is like having a plan for someone coming up behind you in a supermarket and rubbing jam in your eyes. You'll be a sitting duck the first time it happens, sure, but it's not going to happen twice if you can help it. So there you go. the squeeze, a tactic that punishes a hard defence. Thanks to Pro Simrig for providing the PSR-free rig I'm using for the league in question, link in the description, and this was also my first race using the Acertec La Prima bundle. I'm enjoying it very much and a review is coming, but if you've already made your mind up, then get 5% off the Acertec Sim Sports shop with the code DannyLee. If you can think of any real life examples of this move that we can look up on YouTube, then stick them in the comments below. I'm sure I've seen this plenty of times before, but I can't put my finger on them. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and cheers again.